this is a Thai dish that is really close to my heart because I've eaten it so many times. The inspiration comes from all my travels throughout Asia, but this is something really special. It's quite easy to prepare. There are a few different processes, but you have to get the balance of flavors correct for it to taste sensational. So you've got to have a blender for this. If you don't have a blender, you're going to need a couple of knives, and you can grab your fish and you can go like this and you can cut your fish down until it becomes quite bouncy almost in texture. But if you've got one of these, it all goes straight in. So there's 500 grams of snapper fillets going in there. You notice I haven't even sliced them. It doesn't matter. Okay, so they go straight in like so. Okay, I have some 2 spring onions, and all I'm going to do is coarsely chop those through like that. And they go straight in. Okay, I've got, you could use a shallot here. I've got half an onion. Again, you don't need to worry about chopping it too carefully because it is going to get blended up. So just a rough dice there, straight in. A couple of tablespoons of a red curry paste. Now, if you look online, on the Let's Cook website, you will be able to find a red curry paste recipe. But if you do go and buy one from the supermarket, which is absolutely fine by the way, but if you do go and buy one from the supermarket, what I suggest you do, as soon as you get it home, you get a couple of chilies out, a few cloves of garlic and some ginger. You put it all into a mortar and pestle, you give it a good bashing until it forms a paste and add it to the existing paste. And that, not only will that make it fresher tasting, it's just makes it more delicious. Okay, so that goes straight in. You're going to need something to bind all of that together. So I'm going for an egg white, okay? Straight in. There's no seasoning gone in there so far, although there is a little bit of fish sauce gone into the red paste. So I'm not going to put too much salt in. I'll salt at the end. And a couple of good grinds of pepper. White pepper is quite good to use here because you won't get those black flecks. And finally, you want a pretty decent handful of coriander, okay? Stalks and all. That goes straight in. Now the trick with these fish cakes is that they've got quite a bouncy texture, so you need to blend it and process that fish until it's a paste and very, very smooth. You need to give it a bit of a press, and if it forms a ball really nicely, we're ready to go. Righty, I'm going to keep that going. I can see on the inside now everything's starting to come together, and we've got a ball happening now. You see that? There's a ball going round and around in the blender. That means stop. Okay, and I can even show you that a little bit closer. Like so, you can see that's all come to one side. Okay, that means it is absolutely perfect. So that's that part of the dish done. Now it's time to get the pan on, a little bit of oil, and we're going to shallow fry them. Okay, but before we do so, I just want you to have a look at this. Think about different ways of plating them up. Okay, what we could do, if you had a little bit of lemongrass, is we could shape that around a lemongrass stalk, okay, and deep fry that, or fry that off and shallow fry that off. It'd be absolutely delicious. But because we're going for a tapas style dish, I'm just going to do 2 or 3 that size. This is smelling absolutely beautiful. Okay, of course it is a fairly sticky mix. It's probably the best thing, or the best tip that I could give you there, is to use slightly damp hands, and then it won't stick as much. If you could smell that curry paste, it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I think 4 per serve as a starter or a tapas is absolutely perfect. So there we have it. I was going to clean my hands and we'll get those on. Okay, you can see how flavour packed they are. Now it's just time to fry them up. Okay, I'm going to heat the oil on a medium heat. A couple of ways you can check to see if it's up to temperature. One is with a little bit of bread in there. As soon as it goes golden, if it turns golden in about 30 seconds, you know it's usually up to heat. Or another trick is your wooden spoon. You turn it upside down, and if it starts to bubble around the bottom of your wooden spoon, you're ready to go. The third and final way is to have a look, move the pan slightly, and you can see that the oil is a lot more fluid. It moves a lot faster around the pan. That is another way of telling. You get a slight shimmer on the top, and you know you're about right. Keep it on a medium heat though, it should be fine. Okay, straight in with your fish cakes. Just going to fry those off in a little bit of veggie oil. You could use peanut oil. I wouldn't use olive oil though. not only because it's expensive, but because you don't want that olivey taste to get into your fish cakes. Rightio, I'm going to cook them for 2 or 3 minutes on this side, flip them over, repeat the process. They should become nice and golden. As soon as that's done, set them onto a paper towel to drain, and then we're ready to plate up. Now you can see, when I'm giving them a push down like so, okay, I've got that real bouncy quality. That means you've got that mix basically bang on. When you go to taste them, they should be a little spicy, very flavoursome. You should taste a little bit of coriander, a little bit of spring onion. And if they're perfect, you should still be able to taste the fish too. Okay, I've had about 3 minutes on each side. Just remember, your oil may not be as hot as mine, or it may be hotter, so just keep an eye on them. As soon as you think they're firm to the press, bring them out, drain them on a paper towel. They'll be absolutely delicious. Okay, they're looking absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to show you how to plate up just for one, but of course you can do this however you like, and in fact I'd like you to show me some different plating techniques. But now before I do it though, I'm just going to add a little bit more salt to each one. Okay, I haven't seasoned a lot throughout the whole process. And you know that just that little bit of extra salt will heighten all those other flavours, but don't overdo that salt. Okay. Now, I was always told you should always do uneven numbers in a plate. I'm going to go against that a little bit today, and I'm going to do 4 straight in the centre. Nice white plate because it gives you the frame. Now I've just made up a little salad to go with this. You know, the recipe for this will also be online. You'll be able to download it if you want to. But have a little bit of fun yourself. See what you can come up with. Now, you know, I've got some really cool little slices there, some julienne or some veggies. Okay, well, I reckon that looks as pretty as a picture. And I hope you upload your pictures to the website because there are some fantastic Palmco prizes to win. Honestly, the bounciness of those fish cakes with the crispness of that slaw works absolutely beautifully. Come on and get going. Good luck on that first challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing the photographs. Go hard.